is Wednesday, July 29th, almost August, and I am gonna vlog for you guys today. I have been lagging on my vlogs. I've actually vlogged 2 full vlogs, including a full day of eating, and edited it and just never uploaded it. So I'm just gonna start fresh today because it's the middle of the week, and on Saturday morning at 6 in the morning, we are leaving for Seattle. And I'm so excited. This is our last one, the last hurrah before I start working full time. Like every day, 12 hours a day. Today I'm going to teach, of course, and I'll bring you with me there. And it's also a lower carb day for me. So my macros today are 175 carb, 40 fat, and 140 protein. So I brought my protein up a little bit. I was looking back at where I was about 8 weeks away from my show last time, and that's kind of where I'm sitting right now. Obviously I'm not doing a show, I just want to cut for my birthday and for the Olympia. And so at about this time, 8 weeks out, my last prep, I was actually higher calories than I am now, which means that I'm probably getting leaner. And I feel like I am. I feel like I'm leaner now than I was 8 weeks out from my last show, at least in terms of body fat. But it's weird because I am probably, 5 pounds heavier. I don't know, maybe it's just my perception of my body and how I feel about myself. Maybe I was carrying less body fat then, but I love my body now more than I probably did 8 weeks out from that show. I'm not sure if it's purely mental because I just love being fuller or curvier, like seeming to have like kind of a fuller, more mature muscular frame than I did last time. Or if I'm just kind of comfortable in this body. And I haven't measured my body fat accurately, of course. There's all kinds of people who are gonna be like, yeah, I'm 11% body fat. I'm like, no, you're not. This body right here, this one, I'm probably like 24% body fat. Like, that's accurate. Kyle, when he was on stage, with how lean Kyle is, Kyle walks around really lean all year long. Kyle was probably 11% body fat on stage. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know why people hold so much pride in having that really low body fat number. I mean, when girls are saying that they're 12% body fat and they're very clearly not, I don't know. I think that people maybe are just really misinformed as to what body fat percentage is and how to measure it accurately. AKA, I haven't gone through a DEXA scan or a water submersion. In any case, I am just getting ready right now. I'm going to leave in about 5-10 minutes, and I'll show you that I just started taking a fat burner from PE Science called Norcodrene. I'm pretty excited about it. I really like it. So this is Norcodrene Breakthrough Thermogenic, and I take 2 of these in the morning. When I first assessed my tolerance, I just took 1 and then took 1 a little bit later in the day. So Emily Duncan kind of turned me onto this. She uses Alphamine, which is their drinkable fat burner, but I prefer to just kind of take a pill and then be done with it. This is my 7th day taking it, and I really like it. Totally curbs hunger. It's not like, crazy jittery or anything. It doesn't make me feel like I'm on crack or something, but it does give me that really nice kind of rush of clean energy. And I do not drink coffee in the morning if I've taken this, so I haven't had coffee in the morning in like 7 days. That's the other thing with fat burners. I don't think that you should take a fat burner until you know, number 1, how a stimulant like Yohimbai affects your body, and number 2, unless if you're already leaner or getting leaner and want that extra little boost at the end. So many people think that they need to be on a fat burner the minute they start cutting. I've been cutting for 14-15 weeks. I know how my body is losing fat and how rapidly it's losing fat, and so I've chosen to now cycle a fat burner for about 8 weeks, because that's the max. It's like 45 days. So yeah, you do not need a fat burner. There's absolutely no need for it. This is my first time using a fat burner that is stimulant based. In the past, I've used non-stimulant based fat burners. So I'm pretty excited about it though. I like it a lot. I just got to work. I'm a couple minutes early, and I can feel the Norcodrene right now, which is pretty cool. I feel just a really nice rush of what they call clean energy. I just feel awake. I feel I don't know, it's not jittery necessarily. I just maybe excited, kind of like how you feel before you're about to go do something exciting. I mean, I don't feel hungry. I never feel hungry in the morning, of course. I don't eat until 12 or 1. So I'm gonna go in and teach, and I'll see you guys after. I just got off work and I just drove to the Santa Clara Fresh Produce Market. I need to pick up some red onion and some other vegetables, some extra fruits and veggies on hand, just in case I need some extra carbs or I want to bulk up my meals. So we're gonna go in there and go get some of that. Okay, so I just got home and I got a couple things there. I just got some red onions like I said I was going to. I got some strawberries, which were $1.99. I got Kyle some pistachios because he loves them. And I picked up my favorite almond butter. This is the Barney Butter Crunchy Almond Butter. So yeah, this almond butter is probably my favorite. The macros on it are really good when I need something high fat but low carb and low protein. So each tablespoon is like 8 fat, 3.5 carb, and 3 protein. So that's really, really easy for me to fit usually because I'm always low on fats. And then I found this milk chocolate bar with Oreo. I've been looking for it everywhere. I've seen it a couple times on Instagram, and of course this market had it. Yeah, so the macros aren't great, obviously. For 25 grams, it's like 140 calories, 8.7 fat, 13.5 carb, and 1.4 protein, but I'm sure that I'll be able to fit in like a square or 2 here and there. I'm gonna throw it in the freezer though, just so that it stays cold. Kyle is prepping his pre-workout to go to the gym. Actually, I think that's Metabolic Nutrition BCAAs. I am in the kitchen prepping my meals. Of course, Green Bites preps my meals for me, but lately I've been making a lot of stir fries just because I want a lot of volume, and sometimes it's just not enough for me to have meat, a veggie, and a starch. So I've been making kabocha squash, and I just bought like a little extra bag of veggies. I got my red onion here that I got earlier. What I have in here, that meatball down there, is elk. So elk is really, really lean meat. If any of you ever had it before, I think it's only like 2 grams fat for like a 3-ounce cooked serving of it. And this one is chicken over here. So I'm gonna cook one of these now to eat, and then I'm gonna go to the gym in about an hour and a half. Talk a little bit about something that I struggle with and that I have to cope with every single day. Something that a lot of people don't really talk about, and it's probably because to them it's disgusting and they feel like they can't talk about it. So I have a lot of problems with gas and digestion. I started noticing that I had problems with gas when I noticed that I was lactose intolerant, and that was probably about 2.5 years ago. I had taken dairy out of my diet when I'd first started dieting, simply because it couldn't fit and because I was a bro scientist, right? And was taught to take dairy out of my diet. But then when I started to try and incorporate dairy back into my diet, I noticed that I really, really struggled with, bowel movements and gas and breaking out and just a lot of issues with dairy in general. So then, I started noticing that my digestion just got worse and worse and worse over time. Every time that I would eat cruciferous vegetables, or like before my last show, I ate a bunch of cauliflower. I don't know why I did that, but I was disgustingly bloated and like having diarrhea, and it was a mess like 2 days before my show. That was so stupid of me. So there are a couple things that I have been using for quite a while now, actually. One of them for probably about a year now. And it's what helps me kind of cope and get through. The first product that I take, of course, is Lactaid, or a generic brand of Lactaid. So this is just the CVS brand. I use either the extra strength or the fast acting, and I always buy the tablets because they're cheaper than the chewables. Second are these Alka-Seltzer heartburn and gas relief chews. So they have ones that are just meant for heartburn, but I buy the heartburn and gas relief. They taste pretty good, and they're in little kind of chewables. And you're only supposed to have a max of like 4 a day. So I'll have one when I wake up in the morning, and then I'll have one right after I eat my first meal. So I've got problems with heartburn. I was actually prescribed Nexium, the purple pill, when I was like 19 or 20, and I never took it. And so this helps with that. That's how I noticed a lot of my food allergies too. Next is irritable bowel syndrome therapy. It's a homeopathic, like meltable tablet.
and this actually has been a lifesaver. I don't know if I have IBS. I have not been diagnosed. I mean, I've heard from a lot of people that there's just no reason. You just should treat it at home and avoid foods that, you know, give you flare-ups. So this really, really helps with bloating, irregularity, flatulence, which is something that I suffer with, unfortunately. If I eat any starchy vegetables like, I don't know, squash or sweet potatoes. So yeah, this has been amazing, and it's a melt away, and I eat it 10 minutes before I eat anything. And the last, of course, is Beano, and this is a Beano melt away, and it's extra strength, so it's like, it's worth 2, I think, normal Beano pills, and I just like this melt away one. It's the same price. So this is perfect for when I'm eating my stir fries, like with all my vegetables. It says right there on the top, but you probably can't tell, but it says that it helps you deal with beans and broccoli and cabbage and onion and whole grains and all types of things. So this has been amazing for me. So these are the things that I take. So yeah, my problems with digestion started developing, I think, when I was 19. When I was in college, my sophomore year in college, I woke up one morning and I had a black stool. Basically means that you have black poop. And that went on for a whole day. So what they ended up, you know, realizing is that that's dry blood in your intestines. So I ended up having to go in and got a colonoscopy and an endoscopy when I was 19 years old. That was miserable. One of the worst things I've ever gone through. And they ended up noticing that I had granular tissue all over my intestines, and that I had inflammation in my esophagus and in my colon, just in general. So yeah, I mean, I have a lot of digestion problems. Some of that was related to allergies. That's how I found out that I was allergic to tomatoes. Also how I found out I was allergic to pineapple and kiwi and mango and all kinds of acidic fruits. I just have to maintain it. And I'm okay if I'm taking things to help me maintain. I'd rather eat the foods that I want to eat, especially healthy foods like broccoli and beans and, you know, onions, things that I love. But yeah, I just have to maintain it. So I just wanted to be honest with you guys. I mean, I've always tried to be honest, and this is something that I deal with. And just because people don't talk about it doesn't mean that other people don't suffer with it too. So I hope that I don't get a bunch of nasty comments about this, but yeah, I mean, gas is a big problem in my life, and it's a problem with Kyle. Definitely, you know, I can't help it, you know, especially when I'm sleeping. But I just have to maintain it, you know, and so this is what I suffer with. Head into the gym. I'm gonna bring you guys with me and film it. I'm gonna try and do sort of like a CrossFit style, I don't know, circuit, every minute on the minute type of circuit today. I'm gonna bring the 6-Star Nutrition protein bar with me, the chocolate peanut butter one. Again, these macros are so good. Well, it's like 8 fat, 15 carb, 20 protein. So I'm gonna bring this with me to eat afterwards so that I have a snack on the ride home. All right, so we're here at 1825, just Kyle and I here. And I'm sure that people will show up pretty soon. Yeah, there's people in the parking lot. So I'm gonna get started rolling out, and then I'm gonna do my deadlifts every minute on the minute for a little bit, and then we'll choose something else after that. I get Kyle to help me create these circuits sometimes, but yeah.
She's better at it.
I'm usually better at creating them, and then he's like, oh, that's a good one, and then takes it and gives it to our clients. So yeah, I make myself the guinea pig. All right, so I'm gonna roll out and we'll get started.
Now I know it's over. I see you passing by, hand in hand, with your perfect light. My body, it goes numb, feels like someone cut out my tongue. I did
post staple meal snack. And just 149 grams of strawberries. Ooh, I just dropped one. Okay, 149 grams with the little stems on them. So I'm probably only gonna quote like 147 because there's plenty. Do you guys do that too? Where it's like, okay, but I'm not gonna eat all of that, so I'm just gonna underquote it a little bit. Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm sitting here writing syllabi. I will be teaching 3 English 1A courses and 1 English 92 course. English 92 is like before 1A. My classes, the English classes that I teach, I try to make them as multimodal as possible as well, meaning that students are going to turn things into me like traditional papers, but they're also going to write blogs, they're going to write reviews online. I encourage, browsing Reddit and commenting and being a participant in the digital community. My courses are going to be at least the English 1A courses are going to be themed gender, race, class, and privilege. So we are going to go through readings that deal with all those things, starting with gender, just identity in general, moving through race and ethnicity, and then moving into class, and then talking about privilege. So that's going to be a lot of the readings. So yeah, that's what I'm kind of working on right now.
These are honestly the juiciest strawberries. Oh, they're so yummy!
Tell me about this sandwich you've been eating. Hi, puppy. She's smiling.
Turkey, salami, pepper jack cheese on potato bread with mustard and ruffled potato chips.
Sweet. Leia, you want some of that?
Tell me about that stuff.
Okay, so this is my second donut from them. This one I chose, again, this is the everyday donut. Freaking divine. It's amazing. Because the donut itself is really low calorie, so they don't splurge on the glaze. Like, the glaze is made with real sugar, which is why it solidifies and why it tastes so freaking good. So, I mean, man, the glaze itself is like over a third of what the donut itself is, but it's so worth it. 194 calories for the whole thing. Pretty damn good. Okay, so Kyle and I noticed something. We both like Cookie Nookie, the infamous kissing corgis that everyone notices. All right, this one's yours, and this one's mine. Let's open Kyle's. His is new. He just got this.
So it's thick like normal peanut butter. It's not
thick.
very.
Like, it's
Not
thick.
very. It's not very moist or wet. This is what it's supposed to look like.
This is mine. I got this
So
a
it's
couple weeks
like
ago.
you can see it oozing. It's like wet.
Yeah, and it moves and it's all
Yeah.
liquidy. They taste different too. So this is the new one, and the macros are different. I don't know what they did, but that's really weird. Okay, so I am pretty underfed today. Even with the pancakes I'm about to eat, I'm only at like 1,150 calories. I still have 41 carb, 19 fat, and 26 protein left, so I guess, I could definitely fit another protein bar. I could fit another meal, to be honest. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I haven't decided yet. Maybe I'll make a belt sander brownie or something. Okay,
So I just finished those pancakes, which were delicious, but I still have 12 fat, 33 carb, 20 protein left, and I have no idea what I'm gonna eat. So I'm just gonna lay down with Kyle. We're gonna watch Rick and Morty, which is Dan Harmon's animated
Cuddle session.
12-inch show. We're not gonna cuddle, it's too hot, but we're gonna watch Rick and Morty, and then I'll decide what I'm gonna eat after that. I mean, I guess I could just fit like a protein bar.
Yeah.
12, 33, 20. I'm so full. And that's with like low calories today. Okay, bye. Okay, so that vegan protein, plant-based protein belt sander brownie was not the best thing I've ever had, but it tasted like mousse. It was really, really good.